Okay. So got the B halls here. It's probably gonna be me and Bravo to maybe someone else come in B tunnels. But basically, but I still want everyone to listen. So in case we need to switch it up, whatever, you kind of know what we're up against. So the first thing we need to be aware of is that the CT push, these guys can get across just about the time that we show up. And so, if you're at A, I mean, it can get really dangerous, you know, because this guy gets over here, and all of a sudden it's just even more chaotic. And a couple rounds that did happen. So, if that's the case, and this guy keeps getting over, you know, hopefully we can kill him. But if he keeps getting over, you know, we'll have to focus on attacking B more, because we know that they have, you know, maybe 3 or 4 guys over here, 1 guy left here. We need to take advantage of that. So I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here, but here's something that I do want to make a point of, and that is the save rush, short B. Okay, a lot of times, like during the last scrim that we played, they'd have a guy down here, an opper, or whatever. Even if he's got a Colt, doesn't matter. And they had a guy, he was kind of here watching. Sometimes he'd push up, but not all the time. But this is great for us, and especially on a rush play. Okay. If we can get past, jump over, do whatever, get past this guy, even if he kills one of us, we're giving ourselves an opportunity for a 4v1 or a theoretically 5v1, because it takes this guy a long time to get up these halls and get here, and that's great. If we can get him here, we're going to exploit this guy every time, because he's alone. His closest backup is way the hell over here in mid. So we want to kill this guy, we want to exploit the numbers and enter the site as soon as we can. If we kill him and we get past, you know, this guy, I mean, he can either retreat all the way back, or he can try and flank through the fence, try and shoot us as we're running. But we have control, we have the site, and we have the advantage. If we can get to the site and control it, we have the advantage. So that's what the short B rush is trying to do, okay? So, to make things simple, okay, while we're on the topic of the short B rush, so we're going to come up, okay, say it's a slow play, right? Say we're going to go B and we haven't had the time to develop down here, right? And so we're kind of grouped up or whatever, and we're going to come out. So when we go out, and you know, put smokes down. I mean, because if they got the opper back here and he's watching, you know, we're not going to be able to get out. Now, for instance, here's a couple different plays. I'm sorry, I'm probably confusing you, but now we have the rush, and we could also have a pick. If we know there's an opper back here, we can pick him and go. That's a pick and go on the short B. Why do we want to do this? Well, it's all about numbers. Basically, you got 2 here at B and 3 over at A. We want to exploit these guys. And if we can get a pick, if this guy gets out here, if this guy picks this guy, I mean, all of a sudden it's like a 4v1. You know, if they've got a tip that this guy's they have a tip, we're going B, he swings over, yeah, it's gonna be more difficult. It's gonna be like 4v2 or whatever. But the idea is attacking the site where there's 2 guys. If you look at the maps, if you look at, Inferno, Train, or whatever, usually one site has 3 guys, one site has 2, like Dust 2. It depends on the variations, but we want to exploit the site with 2 guys if we can. And getting a pick on this guy is huge. Okay. Now, say we get smokes down. Say we're just trying to get in there, whether it's a hard rush or whether it's a slow rush. Get a couple smokes down. Ideally, we want to get them past this point, right? We don't really want to smoke. We could get a smoke here, but a lot of times this guy's just going to sit in it, and it's going to cause more chaos than we want. So we really want to get our smokes like right here. Okay? And the idea is, a smoke is essentially, it's just a temporary wall. Obviously you can shoot through it, and sometimes you can see through it, but from a distance, it's a wall. And what we want to do is, we want to cut this off and isolate the stairs, okay? That's what these smokes are doing, and obviously when we get out, an opper's not gonna, well, theoretically not shoot us through the through the smoke. So we want to get our smokes down, okay? When we get out, the first guy that gets out, you're responsible.